Welcome to Complexity Made Simple. My name is Paul Allen, and before we get into today's video, well, I'm just going to remind you the 3 books that are on sale. Drink tea and read the paper. If you're a green belt and a black belt and you want simple instruction on how to apply your skill, design of experiments for 21st century engineers, and finally, a statistical process control for small batch production. They are all available from lulu.com and the links are in the video below. Welcome to the latest video, and in this short video newsletter what we're going to take a look at today is the difference between improve and control in your Six Sigma project, because it's very easy to get these two mixed up. So we're going to take a look at improve versus control. Okay, so it's easy to look at these two and think you're doing one when you're doing the other. So one of the things to say, I think, a simple thing to kind of make an initial distinction between improve and control. Improve really is an instantaneous thing. Control happens over time. So you can only see process control truly over 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, 2 years. That's where you really demonstrate control. So really during your project, you only really do the first 4 steps: define, measure, analyze, and improve, because control is going to come, you can only demonstrate it over a longer period of time. So very simply, what is improve? Improve is designing and implementing new process controls. Okay, so designing and implementing new process controls. So normally what you're trying to do in a Six Sigma project is control input variability. That is what true control is about. So normally you've analysed the process, you've decided that your control isn't very good, and now what you start doing is either implementing something that was missing from the process or improving something that wasn't very good in the process. So of course these can be very traditional. They can be simply making sure that your SOPs are more clear and unambiguous. A key point is that you never ever give the operator choice. You never rely on the operator's skill. So you don't say adjust the machine until you get a good result. That is a terrible standard operating procedure. You tell the operator you put time at 33 seconds, you put temperature at 45 degrees, and you put pressure at 3.8 bar. You take your hands off the machine and you press go. That is a fantastic, clear and unambiguous standard operating procedure. So it could be standard operating procedures, it could be 5S, workplace, better phrase for 5S is workplace organisation, by the way. You could be doing 5S, you could be implementing total preventative or productive maintenance. You could be doing some MSA, measurement system analysis work, and improving your measurement, because measurement introduces process variability. So there are a number of things that you could do. They are instantaneous potentially, because obviously once you've done the SOP and trained it out, it has an instantaneous impact on the result, and that's why it's the improve phase, because you instantaneously improve the result of whatever it is you were targeting. So control, on the other hand, well, what's this thing over here? So what control is about? Control is about policing the rules. So in other words, here are the rules. You've made some clear and unambiguous standard operating procedures. You've come up with some 5S standards. You've come up with some TPM routines. This could also be, by the way, doesn't have to be TPM. This could be better planned maintenance, for example. Yeah, so keeping the condition of your machinery in good condition and keeping it nice and stable and consistent. So real control, now this really is set by senior management. Senior management drive control, really. If you don't have senior management that have got the right attitude to your business, you are in deep trouble here. So for example, if planned maintenance has not been completed correctly and there is a red flag sitting against a machine on a Monday morning, what will your senior management do? Will they shut the machine off and insist that the maintenance is done, and they will therefore compromise productivity? Or will they just say, let's produce crap and run to next weekend, it'll be okay and we'll keep the productivity up? Senior management, this is your role. Yeah, this is where control is super important. Do you police the rules? So policing the rules. Now, although it's a senior management attitude, it's all the processes that you currently hate in your business. So just think of the journey that you've been on in your project. You've identified inputs that are crucially important to the success of whatever it is you're making. Crucially important to pleasing the customer. You've then decided that because they're crucially important, you've put improvement controls in, you've locked controls in so that those standards are only held in one place. And then what you should do is take all the boring, wasteful processes that you currently have in your business that make no money whatsoever and make them make money. This is the policing of the rules. ISO 9001 audits. What are they supposed to do? They are supposed to make money for you because they control the important variables. So you are going to audit these when you get problems. And by the way, don't hide all your problems here. This is you are auditing the money-making controls that make your business successful. You want the auditor to see every problem you've got, and if an auditor doesn't find a problem, don't pay him. Send him back out onto the shop floor and tell him to find something, because this is super important. This makes money if it's auditing these that make money. ISO 9000 audits, nobody loves them. What else? 5S audits. Again, nobody loves them because what you're auditing is the cleaning. Please don't use 5S for cleaning. It is stupid. Use 5S to control your workplace. 5S audits, what else might it be? Simple, less official things. Startup checks. What else could it be? It could be senior management walkabouts. I mean, these were super powerful when I worked at Sony. That process was brilliantly under control, and one of the reasons was the senior management walked the floor and they would look at all of this. They would walk the floor, and because we use 5S such a lot, because all the rules were visual, you could walk the floor. And the senior manager could be going to a meeting and he would walk past some abnormality and he would stop and say, put that right, and then walk off. He wasn't spending hours and hours doing this. Yeah, so you're not spending hours and hours doing senior management walkabouts. If you visualize visualize, these become powerful. This is where control really sits. But this control, what else could it be? I'm trying to think of other audits that you might be using. Yeah, you might even do safety audits. Yeah, they're probably part of the process deterioration as well. But they're all checks. They're all kind of checks and audits. And what you're doing is you're checking all the improvements that you put in. You're checking all the daily controls, the instantaneous controls. Now this happens. This is going to be proven. It's going to be proven over years. As you implement this, you'll get an instantaneous improvement, but then you have to lock in. You have to lock in the improvement by putting a controlling process that audits what's going on. And that way, all the things that you hate and that you don't value, like ISO 9000 and 5S audits, they all make money. And they make money because they're linked to the controls that control the variables that make money. The whole process is about making money. And if you go, I've got a variable that's important, so I'll go, let's put it like this. I've got an important variable. I'm therefore going to put a control in place to keep it stable, because that's what process control is. And then what I'll do, I'll audit it. So I've got an important, this is where these are the money makers. Okay, so if I've got an important money maker and I control it instantaneously, I'm going to make more money. Then what do? I audit the crap out of the things that make more money. That's how it's all supposed to work. ISO 9000 is not supposed to be boring and wasteful. 5S is not supposed to be cleaning and wasteful. They make money. The best companies in the world know this. They link all these things together just like that, and that's why they're the best companies. It's really simple. There's no magic bullet to being a great company. Make rules, make great rules, audit them and stick to them. If you do that, you'll please the hell out of your customers and you will make more money. The difference between improve and control.